Okay. And this thing says, I like that, like, do not run until your calculation is complete. So probably like what we did last time. For the first one, did you guys get the third one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you guys froze. I missed whatever you said.
For the question 3, you got the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The constructing confidence of you satisfied.
It's good. Yeah.
That's true, right?
Trying, like I'm using those 2 calculation things.
I think it's true.
Because you have to do like the n times p arrow greater than 10 and n times 1 minus p.
Is it p arrow or is it just regular p? I thought it was
P arrow.
When I'm looking at the equation on the online textbook, it doesn't have the arrow. Like n times p is greater than 10 and n times 1 minus p.
It's just p.
That's what I'm seeing, but
For like the test, if it's greater than 10.
yeah.
I maybe don't know why I wrote that.
Are you guys seeing that too?
I wonder if I just wrote. Let me see. Probably. No, I'm seeing the arrow, like at the bottom of the text. It has the arrow over the P. And that's how you find the requirements for confidence interval are n times P with the arrow over it greater than or equal to 10.
Oh, for a confidence interval?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see what you're talking about.
For the other one, was it just P? First one I got.
Well, either way, it's satisfied because I'm getting that it's greater than 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get for number 4, you got true.
Yeah, I got one of them was equal to 10, then one of them was greater.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And then number 5, true.
Is it the same thing?
I thought it was the same thing. It was just P.
So the hypothesis test is just the P, and then the confidence interval is the P with the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what that is?
What it says at the bottom of the text, the summary box. Hypothesis test is just the P. And that's greater than, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're right about that.
Yeah. But I think it's still true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 6, I got 0.75.
Okay, just a random sample, so yeah.
Which one is the formula for the point estimate again?
So that's just 45 over 60, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
0.75?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creating 95% confidence interval.
Margin of error is and then for 0.95 is the z-score. I like the middle, right? Or
Isn't it like 1?
1.96.
1.6?
Could you plug? Is this one that you could plug into the Excel?
I actually don't know. I don't think so. I actually haven't looked into that. It's a good question. That would make finding the test statistic and everything really easy.
Right.
I'm gonna check.
I don't know if it has the margin of error. Or
Well, you just plug in the X and the N confidence level, and it says null hypothesis, but I don't know.
does that give you but where does it give you the margin of error?
I don't know. I haven't done
It probably give you the other things.
I don't see it. I don't know about the margin of error. So never mind. Maybe this isn't one that you could. You take the 1.96. Square root of So are we taking the 0.75 as the p in this equation?
For this one, I got 0.085.
For number 7,
Yeah.
I got 0.110.
Are we using 0.75 as the p in this equation?
Wait. Am I looking at the wrong? No. Oh, wait. I think I put in something wrong. I think, do we do, so 1.96 times the square root of, is it 60 times 1 minus 60?
No, because it's n.
No. So that's 45.
It
Over
would
60.
be 75.
You say 0.75 for the p.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Because that's,
Yeah.
wait, but isn't 0.75 the point estimate thing?
Yeah.
And it's 1.96, right? The z.
Yeah, the z-score.
Thought for the margin of error, it's just P though, that we use.
Hmm.
Oh, we don't have a p.
Alright. So, and what formula do you use for the margin of error?
You do z times the square root of p times 1 minus p over n.
Yeah, so, but what's P?
I think that's the 0.75.
But the 0.75 was the P with the arrow over it.
I know I don't understand it myself, but in the other one of the other textbooks, it said something like the mean p over p with the arrow equals p. So I don't know. Honestly, I really don't.
I think Oh, is that like from yesterday?
Yeah. But like the 45 is like the mean and the 60 is the sample size. So it couldn't be either of those numbers. So it's got to be the 0.75.
Confuse the chair.
Aaron,
Okay.
what'd you get again?
I got the margin of error of 0.110.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. That's confusing that they're the same thing.
So I plugged it into the Excel sheet and I got the same answer.
Where does it say the margin of error in the Excel sheet?
Well, I just assumed because I divided the lower by the, or I subtracted the higher upper bound from the lower bound. So I subtracted the lower bound from the upper bound and then divided by 2.
But how did you plug in the did you put X and N in and then the confidence level? What did you put for the null hypothesis? Just nothing.
I left it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I typed in things in the wrong. Okay, so for question 6, did we get 0.085 or 0.189?
We got, for 6, we got 0.75.
Okay. What is that? And then we just plugged it into the Excel sheet.
Yep.
I see what you did.
One
So,
proportion. Category. I used the categorical data analysis Excel sheet.
did
On this lesson.
you use the one sample?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready for the upper bound and the lower bound.
Is the lower bound 0.64 and the upper bound 0.86?
Yes.
and then is the confidence interval 95?
Yes.
And the null hypothesis is 0.
There's no,
So there's,
no null hypothesis.
yeah. So did you get 0.64 and 0.86?
Yep. I just plugged in a different null hypothesis and it didn't even change the confidence interval.
Oh, okay. So that stuff doesn't matter if we're not doing a hypothesis.
Yeah. Like I plugged in 0.8 instead of 0.7 and it didn't change the confidence interval.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Guys ready for number 10?
Yeah, I have decrease.
Me too. For number 11, I got 20.
Yeah. To conduct our Okay, yeah. Did you guys do the homework for 16 yet?
No, I've been working on homework for 17 and it's weird.
Well, 'cause I looked at the homework for 16 and there was a question that was like this, but it said like P equals 4/5. And I just didn't understand how to find the smallest.
Oh. Maybe I could help.
So do you say 10 equals n times 1/2?
10 equals n times 1/2.
Because, yeah, I think this was n or something kind of. Because wouldn't it be 20 equals n? Wait.
Yeah.
2 requirements must be met.
So do you know it has to be greater than or equal to
Greater than
10?
10.
You
So I
already
got
know the P.
20.
Yeah, I got 20.
Yeah.
And for
Because
the next,
20, yeah.
does that make sense, Riley?
I think so.
It's
plug
the
it in.
equa-
Like
the
you plug it into that equation and then solve for n.
Okay, so what was the equation again?
NP
Mhm.
is greater than or equal to 10.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And there's another equation that's n times parentheses 1 minus p is greater
Oh.
than or equal to 10. And so it needs to meet both of those equations in order to be valid, or not valid, but ready to the hypothesis test.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same. There's another question just like it, number 12.
Oh, okay.
And I got 100 for this
Yeah. What I'm thinking.
one. Okay.
All right. So I got true, I think. 13.
Let's see. So
Yeah, true for 13.
wait, so
And for 14, I got 0.475.
Me too.
okay.
For the test statistic, I got negative 2.82.
Wait, so okay, it's really good. So the first one we got is true. Wait, so did you guys get for 14.475
0.475.
Yeah.
and the test statistic? Is that in this thing?
It is, I plugged it all into
Yeah.
Excel. So
Oh, into the
I got-
Excel. That's right.
it's the z-score. I got negative 2.282.
That's what I got too.
All right. P-value, I got 0.011.
0.0.
If you're not getting 0.01, it's probably because you need to change the type of test.
So it's less than, right?
Yep.
Less than.
Okay.
Yep. 17, reject the null hypothesis because it's lower than 0.05. And 18, the last one. There's sufficient evidence to conclude that water quality in the air has decreased.
Okay.
So we reject and then
The last one.
decrease.
Okay. Let's see.
What was the test statistic again? I'm plugging in the 38 and the 80, and then I put less than. I'm just trying to see if I
It was negative 2.282.
negative
Z-score.
2.282.
Yeah, negative 2. That should be at like 95% confident.
And then the null hypothesis is the 0.6. Okay, yeah. Now I see it. Oh, we got 100. I love when that happens.
Okay.
question.
What's that thing that we have to do? That was in lesson 16. It's due like next week.
I have no idea.
I didn't even look at it yet.
I
Why?
didn't even know there is a thing.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
like-
know there was a thing.
Like
I'm
a
sorry, it's just
design,
the routine of this class, but I don't know.
it's like design a study or something.
Oh, I might have said what? Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
I vaguely remember seeing that, but
I have no idea what it is, but okay. Well, you guys have a good night.
you too. See you guys.
See ya.
Mm.
Bye, Austin.
Mm.